Greetings, folks, from rather chilly eastern Pennsylvania, where we've been holding a polar vortex recently. On the other hand, at least when we hold our polar vortex, we have this invention known as a snowplow here, unlike the folks along the Interstate 10 corridor, stretching from Houston to Jacksonville, who not only don't know about snowplows, but really don't know much about snow. On the other hand, it has given our good friend Cole Rabin in Louisiana the opportunity to build his first snowman, and he did a fine job. But anyhow, as I say, the temperature's been a bit cold lately, but on the other hand, the arm wrestling situation is starting to heat up. So how's that for a transition? And so, in fact, if you take a look at the list of events that always accompanies these podcasts, you will see that over the next 15 weeks, stretching from here until early May, there are only 2 weekends in the year where there are 2 weekends in that period where there is no arm wrestling event going on in the Northeast, at least as far as I know. And there are several weekends where there are several events going on the same day. So let's get right to it and take a look, starting with this coming weekend, which is to say the 25th January, where the Barrymore Theater in Fort Lee, New Jersey, will be showing a double feature. The double feature in this case will be in the morning. They will have the Last Chance Arnold Qualifier run by the High Five people. And in the afternoon, the Knuckles Up 5 super matches. I will be going to the afternoon event. I'm not going to quite make it to the morning event, in large part because registration is between 8 and 9. The event starts at 10. And quite frankly, driving a couple hours over from Pennsylvania, it's far too early for me to get myself out of bed and get over there. But as I say, we'll go to the afternoon event. If you are going to both events and you participate at least, sign up for at least two brackets, in the morning event, you will get included in that, they're $50 each, you'll get included in that a general admission to the afternoon event, the Knuckles Up. If, on the other hand, you are not going to the morning event or you're only participating in one class, one arm, what you might want to do if you're planning on going in the afternoon is get your ticket for general admission online. I just took a look before I started recording this, and online is still $40 admission for the afternoon event, whereas if you go and pay at the door, it is $60. So you might want to save yourself the $20 by going to that. Incidentally, general admission is not assigned seats on this one like as at previous. They found that a lot of folks were just getting, I guess, considered too much hassle. But anyway, so those two events in Fort Lee this coming weekend. The weekend following that, which is to say the 1st of February, two events, and I'm going to assert personal privilege by listing the one first that I am going to, which is the Virginia Arm Wrestling League's event, the VAL Conquest, taking place in Mechanicsville, Virginia, just outside of Richmond, as they have had some other events take place there as well. They're going to have a number of super matches starting things off, and then the tournament itself. This both pro and am at that both have the standard classes, the 154 to 243 plus, and the women's, which is in fact women and masters both are going to be based on whoever basically shows up, so they know what to basically how to break those up. There's $30 each are the classes of registration for that tournament in Virginia. Also on the 1st of February, there is a pro-only tournament, the Buckeye Mega Brawl in the Toledo, Ohio area. As I say, pro-only, both men and women, both right arm and left arm. That one, they will have the standard weight classes up to 243, but also will have a 265-pound class for the men's. And so if you basically the Supers will not start until over 265. Women is open, depending on, who they have, showing up for that. And that, if I didn't already mention, is $35 a class for the Buckeye Mega Brawl in Toledo. The following week, the 8th of February, I'm going to be going to the Battle of the Tri-State, in fact, helping run brackets at that one, in New York, specifically in New Windsor, New York, which may show up on your GPS as Newburgh, same basic location, near Stewart Airport, very conveniently accessible by both Interstate 84, if you're coming from the west or the east, or Interstate 87, the New York State Thruway, if you are coming from the north or south. And that one, they have actually a large number of classes for that. They have of course, the pro, amateur, semi-pro, let's see, women's, novice, and I'm not going to read all of the classes to you. I just end up, confusing the whole issue. Also, the prices there, depending on what class you're in, are somewhere between $20 and $40 a class. Basically, the 20 is, let's see, who is 20? 20, I forget who is 20. Kids, by the way, are free. And if you're one of the classes that are either 30 or 40, that's just for the first two arms. After that, first two classes. After that, additional ones are $30, and all of which is described in their event page. And so I'm not going to confuse the issue by reading all of that there. But as I say, that's both the tournament itself and some super matches preceding the tournament on the 8th. The 15th February, at the moment, I know of nothing on the 15th in the Northeast. So moving right along to the following week, which is to say the 22nd of February, which used to be Washington's birthday before we combined all of them in the President's Day. But on the 22nd of February, the New England Arm Wrestling League will hold their New England Arm Wrestling Origins tournament at the Dave & Buster's in Woburn, Massachusetts. The Dave & Buster's has hosted some of the New England tournaments, New England Championships, and possibly others as well. I'm not going to get to that one, to be perfectly honest with you. If you know anything about my pulling abilities, there at least something to be desired. And so, to be honest with you, I go as much for the schmoozing, the wandering around, the side table, and the after pull as I do for the tournament itself. And Dave & Buster's, the ones I've been to there before, quite frankly, it's a little bit tight, and a lot of times really don't have much space or time for the side issues. On the other hand, hey, I'm not knocking the tournament. Is an excellent the folks that are running that, who are Yusuf Wilson, Aidan LeMay, and Peter Ye, who I'm probably pronouncing Peter's name wrong, so I apologize to Peter if I am. But they really do run an excellent tournament, including one that I went to at a different location several months ago in New England. So really, my only objection is to the is to the Dave & Buster's, and even there, if I was an hour and a half away, I'd definitely get there, because it really is a good tournament. It's just since it's a little bit over 5 hours for me and involves an overnight. I think I'll pass on that one, but still, good tournament on the 22nd of February. The week after that, actually the full weekend after that, is the Arnold in Columbus, Ohio. I'm not really say that much about that because if you're already planning qualified for that, or planning and going either for the arm wrestling or for the other events, other strength sports, and of course the bodybuilding, you probably already pretty much have what you need to know about that. One thing, if you hadn't heard and haven't been to one of them before, that I could add is, if you are going to go to it, you might want to take with you a rather large and empty backpack, since it's my understanding that a lot of the vendors there are just handing out all sorts of free samples of just about everything, especially if you are there on the last day, when a lot of the vendors do not want to haul everything home with them. And so they're really handing stuff out, from supplements to shirts to whatever. There will be, of course, an arm wrestling event on the main stage on one of the 3 days, I believe Saturday. However, on all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there will be arm wrestling events, if not on the main stage, and then in the booth that the High Five people are setting up. So there is something going on all three of the days for that. Same weekend is a smaller tournament in New Hampshire called King of the Mountain, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this name, but it's Ossipee or Ossipee or whatever. Anyway, a town in the backwoods of New Hampshire, due west of Portland, Maine, or northeast of Concord, which I may all be mispronouncing. They may call it something other than Concord, but hey, sorry, no offense, New England. We got all sorts of weird pronunciations here in Pennsylvania, too, from Catasauqua to Conshohocken. But hey, at least I know how to pronounce the Pennsylvania ones, unlike the New England ones. But that tournament will be having as both amateur and pro. We'll have three classes, 176, 198, and 199 plus. They will also have kids, which will be open. Kids are not only open, but are also free. And the first two classes for those that are not free are also, however, a real bargain, specifically $20 for the first two arms and $10 for each additional class. They also do have women, amateur and pro. The women, two classes splitting at 154 and 155 plus. As I say, that is the first of March in New Hampshire. I think it's probably about as far as I'm going to talk about today. Of course, 3 weeks after that, we have WinterBlast here in southeastern Pennsylvania on the 21st and 22nd. I'll talk more about that next time, but certainly don't want to miss that. It was the largest tournament in the country last year, and it's going to be even bigger and better this year with the super matches run by Arm Gods on Friday evening and the tournament itself on Saturday during the day. And so hope to see you there, and hope to see you if you're getting to any of the others that I mentioned that I'll be at. Hope to see you there as well. So in the meantime, keep warm.